The warrior that Manny is, he's gonna be like, because I love to fight and I want to fight the best.
The attributes I have, the skill set I have, the youth is on my side. So it's my job just to go in there, you use all of that again.
The 4 years layoff on boxing, like it's good for my body because I've been in boxing since I was 12 years old. When I was 12 years old, then continuous non-stop. So good for me, for my body to rest.
Oscar De La Hoya recently visited Manny Pacquiao's training camp before his fight with Mario Barrios. After training together, Oscar praised Pacquiao, calling him a hell of a fighter. He said Manny still has the heart, skills, and fire to face elite opponents, even at this age. That's why he believes Pacquiao is returning, because he still loves to fight at the highest level.
I wish him all the best.
Quadra, I love him.
Can you do it?
Quadra?
Can he do it? Absolutely. Manny Pacquiao's
Oscar needs
he's a legend.
some nice ones. Thank you.
He's a legend. I think he can do it. Absolutely. I mean, it's not going to be easy, but I think he can do it. Yeah.
Oscar De La Hoya says Manny Pacquiao is coming in strong for this fight. Despite his age, he's shown surprising strength, focus, and drive during training. Oscar believes Manny's return will be both exciting and impressive, proving he still has that legendary fighting spirit and hunger for victory, no matter how old he is now.
Here's what Oscar De La Hoya would ask Manny Pacquiao if he got the chance to interview him.
I would ask a simple question. And please, Manny, tell me the truth. Why? That's it. That's it. Why? Why are you coming back? And the warrior that Manny is, he's gonna be like, because I love to fight and I want to fight the best. And I've been watching boring fights and I want to come back and give a show against Barrios, who's a world champion. That's a true legend for you.
For a boxer like Manny Pacquiao, the love for fighting never fully fades. Even after stepping away from the spotlight, he's felt a strong pull back to the ring. That connection to boxing is what led him to make a comeback. Despite being older, he still has the speed and power to compete at a high level, showing that true grit never fades with age.
I'm coming back because, like I said, boxing is always my passion, and I miss boxing for how many years? All years I stopped boxing. I always thinking boxing, and even my house I have a boxing ring, boxing gym, and I always work out every day, like playing basketball, playing badminton. So I really love exercise, and I really miss boxing.
Pacquiao's return isn't just about one fight, it could lead to more. While his focus is fully on Mario Barrios, he hasn't ruled out other matches in the future. He plans to take things one step at a time, treating each fight seriously. This careful approach shows how much respect he still has for boxing and the challenges it brings.
Manny, when you beat Barrios, what's next? Are you going to fight Ryan Garcia, Haney, Lopez, Gervonta Davis? Are you ready to go through these fights?
One at a time.
But you want those guys.
We'll see. We'll see. I always I cannot say after this like I'm going to fight like that, but one at a time. After the fight, we can see, we can talk like.
Looking back on their fight, Oscar De La Hoya admitted that Pacquiao's power overwhelmed him. He said Manny was so aggressive that Oscar couldn't fight back. The way Pacquiao hit with speed and accuracy left a lasting impression on Oscar, proving that Manny's skills were and still are at a world-class level.
It actually took a very tough beating to get me out of the sport.
Like Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao. I mean, he beat the hell out of me. Manny Pacquiao would be right in front of me. He would, after hitting me 15 times, and then I would be ready to hit him, and he would be wide open, and I couldn't pull the trigger. I just couldn't pull the trigger.
I wouldn't have loved to fight Pacquiao again because he kicked my ass. Sorry. But yeah, there were many fighters out there who I would have loved to fight 2 or 3 times.
You don't. So you had enough of Pacquiao, is what you're saying?
Oh, trust me. Right when I walked into the ring, I had enough of Pacquiao.
You thought that when you got in the ring?
Oh, well, Rich, this documentary, my gosh, it's sad too at the end because it shows the whole Pacquiao situation. I was getting beat up in training camp when preparing for Pacquiao. So I knew that was the end already for me. because Pacquiao was just coming up.
Yeah.
Pacquiao was like the star in the making. But what really screwed up my whole training for that fight was I started drinking heavy during training camp and nobody knew. Oh yeah. I mean, it gets, so I was literally a dead man walking into the ring.
When Oscar and Manny fought, Oscar had to lose a lot of weight to make the match happen. Even though Oscar was naturally bigger, Manny used his speed and power to make up for the size difference. This shows how Pacquiao's skills could beat size. He didn't need to be the bigger man to win big fights.
First of all, he's younger than you. He's faster. He's strong. I had to lose, instead of gain weight, I had to lose like 10 pounds to fight in his weight class. And that drained my body at my age. So I literally was like a walking zombie when I walked into the ring. I was out of it. I lost so much weight. I lost a lot of muscle. And it was one of those moments where my pride got the best of me, you know?
Yeah.
In the first round, after I sat down in the corner, I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, here we go. Like, I have to take like...
Pacquiao's longtime trainer, Freddie Roach, once hesitated to agree to the De La Hoya fight. He was worried the size gap would be too risky, but Pacquiao proved him wrong in the ring with a performance that stunned everyone. Roach's honesty shows just how special Pacquiao is when it comes to rising above doubts and tough odds.
12 rounds of this, you know, until like the 9th round, my corner called it and said, that's it. He's punishing you too much. Like, I never received that much punishment in my life. And they were like, I think my brother or somebody just said, you know what, that's it. That's all.
His country did try to stop that fight from happening.
Why?
Because the weight difference.
Oh, they were concerned his safety.
Yeah. But the reason that fight happened is because when I was training Oscar, his 106-pounder was training at the same gym as us, Calderon. Calderon gives him a beating. Oscar, I said, what's wrong? He says, well, you know, he's small and he's a southpaw and he's really quick, Freddie. So then Bob Arum had just called me up and asked me if we wanted to fight Oscar with Pacquiao. And I said, no, he's too big. And I hung the phone up. And about 2 a.m, I'm thinking about the fight in the sparring with the little guy who's a southpaw and really fast, like Manny Pacquiao. And I said, 2 o'clock in the morning, I picked the phone up and I called Bob Arum. I said, Bob, make that fight happen. He says, you sure? I says, 100%.
Mario Barrios, who represents the younger generation, is coming into the fight full of confidence. He believes that his youth gives him an advantage in speed and stamina. This attitude is common in young boxers who are ready to make a name by beating legends. It's the classic battle of young ambition versus veteran experience.
Oh, you're 30, he's 46, hasn't fought in 4 years. Like, in your mind, how do you see the fight going? How are you going to beat Manny, or what do you see yourself doing to him?
Yeah, I just had to use, all of that, like the, as busy as I've been in my career, the attributes I have, the skill set I have, the youth is on my side. So it's my job just to go in there, use all of that again, just make sure, I still walk out holding that title.
Pacquiao's training camp is very structured and intense. Each session is planned carefully to improve his strength, stamina, and technique. His drills and workouts show how seriously he's taking the comeback. Even after being away from big fights, he's proving that his work ethic and discipline are still top-notch.
Now going with your experience of being a sparring mate with Manny Pacquiao, what was the biggest lesson that you learned?
Taught me what a world-class training camp looks like. I had to be at Manny's house at 5:30 a.m. because he will run at 6 a.m. Then we'll be in the gym at 12 p.m. Then he'll go to church in the evening. Even that, I'm he adds church to his training camp. That's insane. I would have never thought, I got to work with my idol. Imagine whoever you look up to right now, the person you look up to the most in this world, and then you end up working for 3 straight years. I remember having breakfast with him. I was like, damn, he's fucking sitting right there. That's crazy. It would still cross my head, it's insane.
Sean Porter gave rare insight into what it's like to spar with Manny Pacquiao. He said Manny trained so hard that cameras aren't even allowed during sessions. Sean has footage of Manny's training that shows how much energy and effort he puts in. That's why so many boxers respect him, even in private training.
You don't hold your phone up in sparring. You don't bring a camera in to sparring. Guess what? We got footage of me and Manny sparring. We got footage of me and Manny Pacquiao sparring. Leak it. No. Yeah. But it was understood. My dad said, I want me and my son to have this. And he and Freddie made an understanding. You can hold it. but I don't want anybody to ever see this, Ken.
Right.
And nobody has ever seen a sparring session between me and Manny Pacquiao. It's just a code of ethics. I hate that they broke that code. Everybody in sport and boxing know the code. Tighten up.
Manny Pacquiao, I saw some footage or some images online where you were sparring him, and I've got to be honest, you gave him a very clean dig. And not many people can actually say they've landed good, clean punches on Manny Pacquiao. He's a super fighter and very, very quick. What was it like to share the ring, even though it was only sparring, sharing the ring with Manny Pacquiao?
I mean, it was a blessing. Like, Manny Pacquiao himself is a legend. You know what I mean? Manny's a legend in boxing. And to be honest, I don't think I was, well, I know. I wasn't shell-shocked the first time we sparred. It was like I had something to prove.
Even with worldwide fame, Manny Pacquiao has stayed humble. He always thanks his fans and remembers how he started just a young fighter with a tough name to pronounce. His appreciation for those who supported him shows that he never forgot where he came from, no matter how successful he became.
I'm excited because I remember when my first fight here in America is in MGM against Ledwaba. That's June 23, 2001.
They couldn't pronounce your name, and now everybody knows your name. How does that feel? You've been holding 4 decades in boxing with everybody knowing your name. How does it feel to know that?
I'm happy. I'm thankful to the fans, also to God. Because without God, I am nothing.
Amen.
I cannot accomplish all these things in life without the guidance and strength of God. So all glory to my God that I'm.
Mike Tyson gave high praise to Manny Pacquiao, calling him sensational. Tyson respects Manny's warrior spirit, relentless fighting style. He says Pacquiao has the kind of heart and intensity that earns admiration from legends. That's why even greats like Tyson speak so highly of him.
Which contemporary fighter do you most enjoy watching right now?
Out of the big time fighters now?
Yeah.
Pacquiao looks sensational as that fight. Oh, it's sensational. No fighter, and you as my witness, as any expert, no fighter looks more sensational than the Pacquiao looked the other night. No fighter, name a fighter looked more sensational than Manny Pacquiao did the night he fought.
Let me sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather. How do I sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather?
All right, hey, listen. Then that shows that you're a neophyte in boxing. You know nothing about boxing.
Well, excuse me?
Because no.
What? I didn't hear you, Mike. What you say?
They don't know much about boxing.
It's a little uncomfortable up here.
No one said who was better. I said there's nobody in boxing that fighting that looks sensational.
Sensational.
The way that Pacquiao did against Rios.
In other words,
Recent training clips of Pacquiao have amazed boxing fans. Even at an age where most athletes slow down, Manny is showing speed, quick footwork, and fast combinations that remind people of his prime. His conditioning is so sharp that many believe he still has what it takes to fight at a high level.
Okay. Fred's looking for a hug over here. Fred's looking for a hug. Fred, you outside?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's doing everything.
He looks familiar.
Never too early for you.
Back to work again.
Keep me off the street. There's Raising Cane's poster boy. Fred, keep me on social media.
Barrios for the WBC Welterweight Championship on July 19th in Las Vegas. That's according to an ESPN report. Pacquiao last fought in 2021 when he lost to Yordenis Ugas. Barrios won the WBC welterweight title from Ugas in 2023. His last fight was a split decision against Abel Ramos on the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson undercard in November. Pacquiao career record 62-8-2 with 39 knockouts. Barrios 29-2-1. And for more, welcome in CBS Sports combat analyst Brian Campbell. Manny Pacquiao, the first and only 8-division world champion. He'll be inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame next month. And then in July, BC is going to come out of retirement. Why now?
By the way, between those 2 dates, I believe he has an election coming up for a Senate position in the Philippines. So we always know that Manny is a busy man. He gets after it. He also dares to be great. And this is wild news. Look, in the boxing underground rumor mill, this had been floating around for a couple months. We just didn't know if it was going to be for real. Was Manny really going to commit to not just coming back after 4 years away, after just one fight in the last 6 years? At age 46, but to come back directly into a title fight against a young, in his prime, active champion in Mario Barrios. It's interesting theater, to say the least. It's a pay-per-view main event, reportedly for July 19th. And we know Manny Pacquiao has always brought big business, but now he's going to bring it in more of the late career George Foreman type of way to etch himself into that record book even further. Can Manny do it? I mean, look, the odds are certainly against him, but there's one thing about certain legends in this game. Think Bernard Hopkins, who fought into a very late age. Some of them, as long as they can physically get themselves into that ring, sometimes they can reproduce magic for one night. So it's a romantic situation. I got cats walking around.
Yep.
People are excited to see the Pac-Man back. You just got to kind of figure out, is this for real? Is he going to be for real? Or are we going to send him into a physical, violent retirement?
Manny talks about past losses without anger. Instead, he focuses on the lessons learned. His calm and honest attitude shows he's motivated by love for boxing, not ego. Analyst Ryan Campbell says that while concerns about Manny's age are fair, history has seen older champions succeed with the right strategy. Manny's return could be something truly special.
His age, yeah, I mean, but, you know, it's not, listen, he's 45, 46.
Are you leaving jail?
45, 46, but he's not. He's always acting. He's always staying active. He's always doing something, mostly playing basketball, some sort of sport. I'm retired, so no, not really.
When Nate Diaz beat Conor McGregor, he said, "I'm not surprised." So Manny could say that after he beats Barrios, that he wasn't surprised that he's supposed to win.
Well, what they, well, yeah, DSP. I mean, different Diaz. You know, I like Diaz.
He's funny.
He fucking will fight.
Yeah, fight
He don't give
anyone.
a shit. He'll fight anybody. No, it's, you know, it's just it's a fight. No, it'd be, you know, for him to win that at 45, 46, yeah, it's a big thing. But then, you know, he hasn't taken any damage. Foreman came back, won titles in his 40s. It's someone at the heavyweights. It's a bit different. But
Many thought Pacquiao was fully retired, but that wasn't the case. He's been fighting in smaller events and exhibition matches behind the scenes. These low-key fights helped him stay in shape and sharp without much attention. It shows that his comeback isn't random. It's been building quietly for years through steady training and love for the sport.